around you men built. All of it. Women come along and say, oh, we're just as important. You are just as important. You fulfilled a different role in society.
Andrew Tate is spreading the same misogyny that the Nazis used. Their views aren't identical, but it should be alarming how much their rhetoric about women overlaps when you look at it. My field of expertise is Nazi history. I have 2 degrees in it, and this gendered rhetoric which Tate is using should worry all of us. It's extremist rhetoric and an actual danger to women. Misogyny, like a lot of other prejudices, is often misunderstood. You see people who favour inequality never say that they favour inequality. They say that the group should be separate but equal, a phrase which even underpinned US segregation. Now listen to what Tate says here.
When women come along and say, oh, we're just as important, you are just as important, but you had a completely different role. You fulfilled a different role in society. And I think now, if you look at the roles of society, I believe men are still doing their job, but I don't know if women are doing their job. Women's job always was procreation, to look after the family, to look after the man.
And then compare what Tate said to what Goebbels said in March 1933. We do not see women as inferior, but as having a different mission, a different value to that of man. And then in 1929 he said, the female bird pretties herself for her mate and hatches the egg for him. In exchange, the male takes care of gathering food and wards off the enemy. Andrew Tate represents a counter-revolution which hates the idea of women's freedom, consistently railing against feminism for making women too individualistic, just like the Nazi leaders did. In particular, Tate believes, as he said in an interview, that women should have, in reality, but one single point. That point is the child, that tiny creature which should be born and grow strong, and which gives meaning to the woman's whole life struggle. Oh wait. Oh, that wasn't Tate, that was Hitler. And if you're a Tate fan and you started to agree, maybe have a think about what you're agreeing with, because his attitude is actually remarkably similar.
It's absolutely insulting to your entire bloodline. Everything everyone above you has ever done and struggled for. You're selfish ass to say no. Me and my passions and my dreams and my shit drawings and my Instagram page is worth more than ever having children. You're selfish. Fuck that. You should all have kids.
In the 1920s and 30s, Nazi media obsessed over the new women who it alleged were being masculinized in a conspiracy against German men and families. A view which Andrew Tate also apparently shares.
It's part of the psyop. They're masculine in the Western world. They're trying to turn females masculine. It's not an accident. None of this is an accident. All of this is done very, very purposely. And it's to destroy the will of man.
His misogynistic views can't go unopposed because they're spreading like wildfire because of the way his MLM scheme works, and his followers are just as worrying. Take Celine, who made some of the If Andrew Tate Was a Woman videos that I, like many others, assumed was a joke until I came across this video.
When the woman is working to provide the other 50% while raising children, it will put her on survival mode and she cannot fulfill her divine purpose as a mother to carry, nurture, and raise her children to be the highest reflection of their father. This is why we have so many broken families and our communities are degraded.
It's very much not a joke. She's an actual finance bro and an extremist. I'd argue she's also a misogynist. There's nothing wrong with wanting children or wanting to be a housewife. That's absolutely fine, but that should be your choice. This biological essentialism is the rhetoric of the far right, saying a woman has to be a mother, has to bear children. It's extremist rhetoric. It's the rhetoric of all extreme ideologies, and you can't let it go unopposed. If you enjoyed this video, consider following me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, or via laser tracking surveillance drone.